Okay, this is for 11.8. This is simplifying the cosecant cotangent on one side of the equation. And what we're remembering is we're using our definitions. Oh, and I lost my card. Wouldn't you know it? The cosecant, if you remember, I'll just write it over here. The cosecant of theta is equal to 1 over the sine of theta. And the cotangent of theta is equal to cosine theta over sine theta. These are just definitions. That's what these equal. You should have these, excuse me, on a card somewhere. So all I'm doing is substituting these in here. Now, normally where students get confused is here, because you probably in your algebra classes, you didn't spend much time with complex fractions, meaning there's a fraction in the numerator and a fraction in the denominator, right? You didn't spend much time working with that. So I think when students get here, they get very nervous because they're not comfortable with what this looks like. And it really doesn't matter because it's just a number over another number. That's all it is. And numbers can be positive, negative, they can be variables, they can be letters, they can be decimals, they can be square root, they can be anything. It doesn't matter. We're just not used to seeing this. So from here, this is just substitution. I just substituted these things in here. Now from here, we need to do some simplification. And so what I want to do is I'm going to multiply the top and bottom by sine theta because I want to get rid of this. Now, what I'm really doing is I'm really doing this. Let me blow this whole thing up so you can see it here. I'm really doing this. Okay? Because sine, anything over 1 is itself, right? So I have a fraction times a fraction. Oh, I put equals. Sorry, that's got to be multiplying. Fraction times a fraction. We just multiply across, right? Well, if I multiply across, I get sine theta over sine theta. And this is cosine theta, sine theta over sine theta. And you see all these sine thetas just cancel out, and I'm left with 1 over cosine, which, according to your definition, is the secant, which is on this side. So I think skipping all of this work here, I think you can see that because this is the same as this, you can just cancel them out in the first place. You don't need to do all this work. So really, I would just skip from here to, you see the 1 over cosine. You see it right there, right? It's right there. So I would skip this step and just go directly to 1 over cosine, which is just the secant. Again, if you need more help, don't hesitate to ask.